What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to EP09. You know, if there's one thing that we can say about the sport of bodybuilding is that things move very quickly in terms of athletes coming and going. Really, a competitive career for a bodybuilder at best could be, 10 years? So we know that the newest star in the IFBB Pro League is just around the corner. And ladies and gentlemen, I have found an athlete named Nico Stallone that could be one of the up-and-comers in the IFBB, currently sitting at 3 weeks out from the FIBO in Germany. Nico Stallone, let me give you some quick facts. The guy is, I believe he's 24 years old at this point, sitting at 5.5 feet tall. At 5 weeks out, he was 224 pounds. I mean, this guy looks like he could pass for 240 quite easily, I have to say. And the thing of it is, this guy doesn't even have his pro card yet. And he looks like this. At this age, this weight, this size, you guys, this is absolutely incredible for a young bodybuilder. Actually got some comments from Derek Lunsford at his last show, which was just about a year ago now. Nico, I think, actually would have won that show if his conditioning was on point. Now working with Don Madsen, very well-known coach over there in Germany. I think that this is the best that Nico has ever looked. He's put on significant size. His conditioning looks like it's on point for about 3 weeks out. And I'm telling you, this guy earns his pro card. I could see him doing some damage in the IFBB Pro League in the next couple of seasons. Just look at the roundness of the shoulders, the size of the arms, the proportions overall from the arm size to the shoulders, the abs definition, the midsection, very, very tight midsection. I do think he could use a bit more size in the chest, and his back does need to come up a bit. Doesn't show much of his back in some of his recent updates, but I really think that this does show extreme potential to do very well when it comes to competitions. After his last competition, Nico kind of fell off the map a little bit, but he is back bigger and better than ever. So I'll keep you guys posted on just how Nico actually does when it comes to the FIBO, but I'm telling you, I got high hopes for this guy. You guys let me know what you think about Nico Stallone in the comments below, and what kind of potential do you think he could have in the IFBB Pro League? And as we would all expect, Samson Dauda still on the road promoting the sport of bodybuilding worldwide. His first stop after the Arnold Classic, Sao Paulo, Brazil. Doing a guest posing here, actually in attendance also Rafael Brandao and HorseMD. Rafael must be out of contest shape because we didn't see him hitting any poses or doing any training in particular. But look, Samson looks insane. Of course he looks insane. He's only a few weeks post Arnold Classic, you know. This is what we would expect to see from Samson Dauda, though. Being on the road, getting the fans fired up, and doing training seminars very in-depth. He had a crowd with him going through an entire workout with HorseMD. And actually, Samson, you know, this is what he loves to do, which is why he's such a great ambassador to the sport. He genuinely loves to go out, meet with the fans, give his knowledge. This is, again, one of the reasons that Samson Dauda being one of the great modern-day Mr. Olympia champions. And putting HorseMD through some of the paces, actually, I'm not going to lie, I really enjoyed, because I think it actually humbled HorseMD just a little bit. Samson definitely has some strength on HorseMD. It actually looks like HorseMD is a little bit downsized, if I'm being honest right now. I don't know what his future plans are when it comes to competitions for this year. But, you know, training with your current Mr. Olympia definitely makes you see that you've got some work to do. And just for fun, Samson actually decided to step on the scale here in Brazil as well. So we've seen Samson get up to, 330 pounds in his off season, sitting here at 139.8 kilograms or about 308 pounds. We've seen Samson much bigger than this, but he has a great body composition right now. I don't know if Samson is planning on putting on any more size when it comes to going into the 2025 Olympia. Does Samson really need any more size in particular? You guys let me know what you think about that in the comments below. Personally, I think that if Samson can really just gain that conditioning factor, that really hard, grainy dugout look, that could be enough for him to continue his reign as Mr. Olympia. But it does not stop for Samson after Sao Paulo. He's actually getting on a flight to go to another city in Brazil, and continue to spread the sport of bodybuilding and continue to build his brand. So we'll see if we have any more appearances from Samson Dauda for the rest of the year. We will not see him compete anymore, but you know what? Being able to get some insight from our current Mr. Olympia as well has a massive amount of weight that it carries with the fans of the sport, and I think that we can expect to see this from Samson all year. Rounding out this video with an update from Martin Fitzwater. Martin posting some of his pictures at 12 weeks out from the Pittsburgh Pro at 265 pounds. I don't know why we're seeing pictures at 12 weeks out when he posted them at 8 weeks out, but this is the latest that we have from Martin Fitzwater, and we are expecting big things from Martin going into this show after taking 4th place at the 2024 Olympia. So, compared to Detroit Pro 2024 at 245 pounds, we are definitely seeing increased size from Martin Fitzwater. You can see the quad sweep is bigger. Overall, the legs being much bigger in size. I think that the triceps have come up in size, in particular. Biceps, maybe a little bit of size there. The lat width and thickness definitely there, and still keeping that very tight midsection. So overall, I think there's definitely improvements for Martin when it comes to this shot in particular. He actually posted a few shots, so we'll just go through them to see what kind of improvements we can see from Martin. In the most muscular, definitely seeing an increase in size when it comes to the shoulders. And actually, I just want to say, I think that the way he's hitting the pose now is much better than how he was hitting it back in 2024. It looks like he was actually just maybe a little bit too casual with it back when he was hitting this shot in 2024. Definitely, I would say he has more reason to be confident at this point, especially being 20 pounds heavier, with a relative body composition, I might add. So overall, yeah, definitely seeing size improvements here from Martin. Again, the legs, the arms, the shoulders, but the midsection still staying very tight in this most muscular. He actually posted 4 shots. So the third one here, a back double bicep. The one shot where he definitely pushed Nick Walker, I think, very, very hard at that New York Pro. And I'm going to show you guys a comparison between Nick Walker now and Martin Fitzwater at 12 weeks out in the front double bicep at the end of this video. So from what we are seeing from Martin when it comes to the back double, honestly, it looks like night and day when it comes to the lower body. That is very, very significant when it comes to the size improvements in the lower body. You can see the difference in the quad sweep from the back, which is definitely a true sign of major improvements. So when it comes to the size of the shoulders, you know, the arm size, you can see the difference there as well. Still not the best arms in the back double bicep. You know, he doesn't have that bicep peak in, well, either the front double or the back double. One of the things that I don't know if Martin could really do anything about, you know, it seems to be a genetic thing when it comes to the shape of his biceps, but he is a young guy. Maybe there are things that he can do. The lat width overall, I don't know if there's significant improvement in width, but I mean, the guy has a ton of width to begin with, but he does look more balanced in this 2025 update. So overall, great improvements from Martin there as well. When it comes to the side chest pose, the hamstring, you guys, look at the size of the hamstring in the side chest in 2025 at 12 weeks out. It is night and day compared to his shot from 2024. I mean, different lighting, of course, you know, a lot different lighting actually, but you can see the significant hamstring drop, you guys. That is significant improvement. Very, very impressive. For some reason, his chest, from what we can see in these pictures, actually looks a little bit bigger in 2024. There has to be something there with the camera angle. I don't know exactly what it could be. I wouldn't say that his chest came down in size since 2024 as compared to now. You know, it just can't be the case. So there's got to be something happening there. Maybe he's shrugging his shoulders up a bit more. I'm not exactly sure. When it comes to the arm size, definitely seeing an increase when it comes to the shoulder size, and I would say the arm from the side. Again, definitely seeing improvements from Martin Fitzwater. So, can we expect to see a better version of Martin at the Pittsburgh Pro in 8 weeks compared to what we saw at the Olympia? I think that we can. But is Martin the favorite to win going into this show as of right now? I would say that in the eyes of many fans, he is, but not necessarily everybody. You know, you've got Nick Walker going into that show. You've got Michael Krizo going into that show. Of course, the big thing when it comes to the Pittsburgh Pro is definitely the battle between Martin and Nick. And of course, we can't forget guys like William Bonac and Good Vito showing significant improvements going into this show. James Hollingshead, I think, is going to be improved. But look, I just wanted to mention some of those guys because the Pittsburgh Pro is going to be an insane show. But when it comes to the battle between Nick and Martin, this is what the bodybuilding world wants to see. This is the rematch that bodybuilding has been asking for since the New York Pro 2024. As of right now, Martin sitting again 12 weeks out in his update pictures. Nick actually posting a front double bicep at 8 weeks out. So look, when it comes to conditioning, not really fair to compare necessarily, but when you look at the overall silhouette in this front double bicep, are we seeing more improvements from Nick, or are we seeing more improvements from Martin Fitzwater? That's one question that I want to leave with you guys, you know, not necessarily, again, the fairest comparison, but from what we can see as of right now, who do you guys think is going to take that victory in the Pittsburgh Pro? Will it be Martin Fitzwater just finishing 4th place at the 2024 Olympia, or Nick Walker, who is coming in here with something to prove and everything on the line? Nick Walker has to deliver here. As of right now, I think that Nick is definitely on track to push Martin, I think, harder than he ever has before. And if I had to go with my gut right now, I would say that Nick Walker will defeat Martin Fitzwater. That is the first prediction that I have made when it comes to the Pittsburgh Pro officially. You guys let me know what you think about that in the comments below. But look, I'm going to wrap up the video right here for now. Make sure to go to BayouMuscle.com. Use code EP10 at checkout. Appreciate all you guys using my discount code. And as always, thank you guys for tuning into EP09. Be sure to like and subscribe.